In the weeks leading up to The Witcher Blood Origin, it was obvious that it was going to be a complete disaster for Netflix. The fans had already rejected the trailers. The news of Henry Cavill leaving his role as Geralt because the people that worked at Netflix, the people that worked on The Witcher, they didn't care about the source material. They're taking an IP that people love, completely bastardizing it for their own identity politics, and then putting it out there and pretending like if you don't like it, you must just be a bigot. It's been tried time and time again in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry, and it fails every single time. So when it came out, people did their best to spin it, even though this was the result on Rotten Tomatoes. The critics absolutely despised it, and the fans hated it even more. Now it's managed to get back up to double digits, to 11% in the audience score, but it doesn't stop it from having the worst audience score of any Netflix original series of all time. But what did some people want to focus on? Do you remember this? When it came out on Christmas Day, and it was the #1 show on Netflix. Look, we got them, all you bigots. It doesn't matter if you don't like it. It's getting great ratings. The Witcher Blood Origin has high viewership. The reviews aren't pleasant, but there's a victory that comes with the release of The Witcher Blood Origin. The series has managed to bring in high viewership, debuting as the #1 show on Netflix. But given the critical reception, perhaps it's for the best that Blood Origin's a limited series without any plans to have continued that story for another season. Well, this didn't last very long. In fact, it only lasted one single day. That's right, a prequel to The Witcher, which is one of Netflix's most watched series of all time, even to this day, was only in the top spot for one single day, the same day that it dropped all of their episodes on Christmas Day. After that, it started falling back down the charts. And I mean, why wouldn't it? People tuned in to see, all right, what is this all about? They realized it was a disaster, then they walked away. The Witcher Blood Origin has Netflix's worst audience scores of all time. We saw that from Forbes. We saw that from Paul Tassi. He called this out. And now, just a few days later, what do we have? Wednesday is somehow #1 on Netflix again, 5 weeks after release. And if you go down, you can see that The Witcher Blood Origin, at least in the United States, isn't even the top 3 shows, despite the fact that it was only released a few days ago. It's fallen out of the top 3. You've got Wednesday, Emily in Paris, and Treason. Now, right now in the United States, The Witcher Blood Origin is at #4. I don't know how long that's going to last, but you have things that were released before it that are already jumping it just a few days. And people can try to make excuses once again for this show if they want. The reality is that people aren't watching it because there isn't good word of mouth, because people are realizing that the fans despise it. Even the critics don't like it. And with that consensus, people are just deciding, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time. And a lot of people that would have given this a chance, that would have watched this just for the tie-in with Henry Cavill's Netflix series, they're not going to do that anymore because he left the show. Because when you decide, when you have someone like Henry Cavill, who loves The Witcher, who loves playing the role of Geralt, his dream role, who said, I'll be there for as long as they stay true to the source material, who ups and walks away because all of the people working there absolutely despise the source material. They hate the games. They mock the books. They just want to use it as a platform for their own diversity representation and push their own woke agenda. Yeah, you know something's wrong, and everybody could tell something was wrong with The Witcher Blood Origin. So despite them trying to salvage something, it has high viewership, guys. It was #1. Yeah, it was #1 for one single day, the same day they dropped all their episodes on Christmas. And I believe the only thing of note that was released on Christmas Day, and then it immediately falls off the charts. I do not think it's going to be top for an entire week. It's probably going to be either that Emily season 2 or Wednesday, probably Wednesday. Wednesday's having a crazy run, to be honest. It's one of the most viewed things that they've ever had in history, which is pretty crazy. But it just continues to get worse for The Witcher Blood Origin, and they have done this to themselves by deciding to bastardize the lore, make up their own stories, change the lore of The Witcher in order to fit their world view. They have pushed away fans, they have pushed away the audience, and now they're looking at a complete woke failure on their hands. And this might be the end of the Witcher franchise as a whole on Netflix. Will people tune into season 3 to see Henry Cavill Potentially. I don't really know what those viewership numbers will look like, to be quite honest with you. But I know one thing, in terms of the future for The Witcher on Netflix, it's over. They destroyed it. We've seen it over and over again with these woke activists do the exact same thing, and it always ends up as a colossal failure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.